Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for you got it, Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, rules could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates. Also know that the message tends to go to the person that needs to hear the message. So, you could be a cross watcher and feel like you resonate more with the reading. It's again, the message goes to the person that needs to hear it for their spiritual healing, for growth, or for whatever reason, or that really wants to know the information. If we really want to know something, then the universe will always bring us the answer. It doesn't speak to us, but the universe speaks to us through signs and symbols. That's how it speaks to us, right? So we can see the synchronicities. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, know that I like to dive deep within the readings. So I do like that everything, but we take more time to look at the spiritual blocks and shadows and see how they play out as karmic themes to allow you to understand why you attracted this person into your life, why this person came into your life, the person that you're connected to. If it's a karmic, the majority of relationships are karmic, or whether it's a soulmate relationship. What is the whole point of the connection? See, I want to teach you how to look at things from a spiritual perspective. So the readings have more of a therapy style to them to help you understand why you're attracting who you're attracting. What is the spiritual significance? And what can you do to shape shift the energy so that you can quantum jump into the reality that you want to experience? Because you're the alchemist of your life. The problem is that we forget that a lot of times when we're in relationships. We lose ourselves. And when we lose ourselves, that's always when the karmic consequences happen. So let's see what the word of the video is. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. Don't forget. Do not forget. All right, let's see. The word of the video is anger. Anger. I want to pull one more to go a little bit deeper because I feel like I got that the other day. Now, the second one that I pulled out is criticism. And I feel like you're connected to someone that is kind of like in hibernation. Like when I say hibernation, they're hiding out. And it's because they've gotten a lot of criticism from a lot of people. I feel like just about their character, that this person avoided you because they didn't want to deal with criticism. This person thinks that they are too big, I should say, they thought that they were too big to fail. Like they almost had this persona like that they didn't have to be accountable. They didn't have to treat you well. So they didn't mind making you angry, and they didn't mind projecting their criticism onto you because there was a sense that this person was connected to you, but they didn't really give you a lot of time. And when they did give you time, it's like you felt like they were almost like insulting you or trying to like make the relationship a lot less significant. Like they know who you are, but this person like created a lot of lies and illusions just so that they could be selfish. It's like they didn't care about really giving you anything. They neglected themselves, but understand in them neglecting you, that's how they neglected themselves. And now they have resentment. And they have resentment because I feel like you're not in their life. This person is like upset because they know that you want an apology and they didn't give you one. They held back for a long time. So they're saying they didn't mean to hurt you, but you are holding on to it like that they know that that's really what it is, that they never came back and apologized for not treating you well. They didn't give you enough time. They neglected you. They wanted to be selfish. So I feel like they ran around with a lot of people. They gave a lot of other people attention and kind of always kept you on the back burner. And so there was resentment because of that, because this person lied and created illusions. Part of it was that they liked that player at like persona. They wanted you to perceive that. But then, after a while it was, oh, they were just busy and everything aside from you was the priority. So they did stay away from you. If anything, they got angry that you were holding their feet to the fire. They didn't want to deal with the criticism. So there's the issue is it's like they're afraid to come towards you because again, they're like, yes, I didn't mean to do what I did, but you're holding on to it. It's like just let it go. They don't understand like why you don't just give in. It's like this person has a long way to go before they can really like be able to apologize because they don't even know what they want. And that's what you felt. You felt like they don't know what they want. They need to like really go on a journey to help them find themselves. And the thing is, you got tired of them pretending that it was over. Like it's again, they were pretending that this connection was over, even though that there was still a connection. And then what happened was you really ended it. And this person didn't realize that you ended it because I feel like they thought you were playing the same game that they were playing. So they didn't do anything because they didn't want to like actually apologize. So now it's like that, they're like, well, now I would come and apologize, but I don't think you're going to accept my apology. So again, this person's in their ego. It's like they played so many games and they expected you not to like stand up for yourself. Again, like barriers caused by the past. It's again, this person hurt you. And that's really what it is, to the point that you feel like you need to protect yourself. That's really what it is. It's like the barriers that you create are you're creating boundaries because this person thought that they could treat you however they want. So they didn't give you any time. You don't want to be connected to someone that doesn't give you any time. So you disconnected from them. Now they're like, oh, now I'm realizing that it's not a game. Now I want to come back and apologize. But they're like, oh, but I waited too long to come back to apologize. So you're not going to take my apology. And so they seem to be making the situation worse and worse and worse. And you don't really care at this point because you're like, the barriers are up. It's like, I'm not going to like go to you. I'm not going to like start talking to you. You want to talk to me? Talk to me, but understand like the connection is not going to be the same until you get that apology and without them changing and even when they change, there's going to be boundaries. And this is what this person doesn't like. They want to be able to come back and have it the way that it was before they sabotage the connection by not giving you anything. Yeah, it's like you always feel like this person is always like hiding something. So you don't trust them. So like it says, uncover the truth carefully and write your own ending. Like it's exposed. So like really what I see here is it's like before you take this person back, you're gonna really watch them and you're not gonna take anything at face value because this person's not transparent. It's like they like to leave information out of their situation. They don't want to tell you everything all the time. And in that, you're not basing what you do on your best interest, but more on theirs because they're going to leave stuff out. So it's like you feel like if you were to be with this person, It's not even like, okay, well, they can apologize, but it's not really genuine. It's not genuine because there was no change. It's again, what really would be change is if you felt like you didn't have to read between the lines, where this person was transparent, where this person did show some vulnerability. It's like they don't, they play games. And you just feel like there was just like too many issues to deal with them, and that like they create everything with a struggle because they don't really give the truth. It's like, and they don't want to have difficult conversations. And in relationships, you have to have difficult conversations. So it's a way that it's like they want to be you to be connected to them, but again, they don't want to give anything, because what is relationships? Relationships give emotional support. That's what they do. They contribute. This person didn't give anything. They ran around with everybody else. And really, it's like what happened is like, I feel like as you walked away from this person, like it was almost like you dismantled your outdated ways of thinking, and where you tolerate people that come into your life that want to take up space but don't want to contribute anything, but want to be there when things are good, when you're in your happy mode, and when you're you know seen as a certain way, and that could be hanging around with certain people, or like life is good. You're driving a new car, maybe you live in a new house, life is on the upswing. Then this person wants to come in. But on the everyday, like the humdrum, no, they're not giving anything. They want to be here for a good time, not a long time, or maybe just a good time and never anything else. It's like they could say, I want to be with you for a long time, but this is always going to be what the relationship is. There's no, there's no growth to the relationship. So you're like, I don't want to be in a connection with somebody that doesn't want to give, that there's no growth. And as you dismantled the connection by walking away, this person had the epiphany that like they want to be like another chance with you, like the renewal. They want a new, like another chance. But the problem is that they you just always feel like they have an agenda. And you also feel like they have just different ideas about love and intimacy, and that like you guys don't match from what they have shown you. You wanted this person to be in your life and to give you time. They purposely didn't give you time. Then instead of coming back and apologizing, they held back. Then they want to apologize, but now too much time went by. So you probably don't want the apology. So it's all this ego where this person like is getting in their own way. So that's why, like I said, you were like, I don't want this, because it's like you don't give anything. The relationship doesn't give anything. It's empty. You feel like they're too sneaky. And you feel like they like the relationship as time goes by declines. And it's because they don't put time and effort into it. And I feel like they're also, their health isn't good because of the way that they are. And but they pretend that everything is fine. So let's see if they're gonna do anything, or like, is there anything else that we should know? because really what I see here is a person that what you see is just too difficult. They make the relation too difficult for no apparent reason. It's like because they're not transparent with you. You don't trust them at this point. But I just want to pull three more cards to see. This card doesn't even belong in this deck. So it's again crushed. I feel like, you know what? This person hurt you and they hurt you a lot. And you're like, you know what? It's like I need to take time out from to heal because I don't really know why I connected with you. I feel like that's the way that you feel with this person. Facing it. See again, this two decks. So facing it, you know something isn't right. So again, this person knows that something isn't right with who they are, but they don't really face it. And I feel like for a long time, you didn't face the fact that they, were not your person. It's like it took you a long time. So for those two reasons, you don't want to go back with this person, even if they do come back. Now, I don't know why it didn't answer my question, but let's see. I pull from this deck now. No, it's like it's again, this person ghosted and disrespected for no apparent reason. Like I said, they came in and out of your life and they deliberately avoided contact with you. They didn't want to give you the closure. They purposely left it open because they didn't really know what they were doing. They were treating you like an option. And you're like, again, the reason why that they came into your life is to really help you like ascend, like not really even to be with them. It's like you are too evolved already, but by you walking away and really not participating, like by running after this person, you're on to a new chapter. You're on to a new chapter. And when I say that you ascend, when you have attracted a person like this, that what we see, is that they always have an agenda. They make the relationship too hard. It's their way of having their cake and eat it too. They don't want to make a decision. They want to stay in limbo. And that's, again, you chose yourself, which is the right thing to do. Then you automatically ascend because for some reason you attracted this person into your life. So you had spiritual blocks that prevented you from seeing your worth. So it's again by you saying no to this person because they're essentially not giving you anything, nothing. Then what it is like, of course, you're going to ascend. Yeah, they made things too difficult. That's what I was saying. Like, it's like everything was too difficult. They just kept getting in their own way. And it's like, you're like, so what is the point of the connection? And what do they really feel? Because right now, what we see is like a whole lot of crap. It's like we see that it's difficult, that it's almost like they're making it that way. But if they could speak, what would it be? I'm hiding how I feel about you, even from myself. So it's not that you don't feel what you feel. It's again, they wouldn't want to hold on to you still. However, they're not ready to show anybody that they have feelings for you, not even themselves. And I feel like it's because in order for them to acknowledge the connection, they have to be transparent. And they also have to do a lot of healing. And that's because of whatever they experienced way before you. It's again, a person that wastes so much time playing games, pretending that it's not ending, where it's like you ended it. It's like you aren't pretending anything. This is what they thought. It's like because that's what they did. They pretended that it ended, but it really didn't. I know that there's someone better for you. So this is person knows I'm not good for you. I'm not giving you what you want. And you're right. Everything that you said is right. I mean, that's really the issue. This person, they're just not capable. I still miss you and think about you often. So again, there is like a feeling of that. And then this one was stuck. Things got too intense for me, so I ran away from you. It got real. It got real. It's like, and that's really what it is. It's like you would not fall prey to their games. See, they wanted to keep it on the surface. They want to keep their options open. And they didn't want to value the connection, which essentially is why you walked away. But and they know, but it's not like they don't they don't think about you, but what it is it's like they're just not strong enough to step into like really like to be transparent, to really step into the version of themselves that you need them to be. It's like they don't want to do that stuff. They want a relationship without a relationship. It's like because that's what it is. If it's a one-sided relationship, it's a relationship without a relationship. And you're like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna like it's always like, this person always, even if they did change, it's like you would never trust them because everything with them was lies and illusions or needing to read between the lines. And listen, it wasn't easy for you to face it. It wasn't easy, but once you did, you were like, I can't with you because I see exactly who you are. And once they saw that you saw exactly who they are, well, they can't come in like half-assed. So that they're not going to be rejected. So that's why they're like, yeah, I know what I did was wrong, and I know that you deserve someone better. But hey, like I thought I would, if I could get away with it, you know? So being that they weren't able to get away with it, I feel like this person respects you a lot because it's like they know what they do. Resilience, first card out, we look at your inner child wounds, vulnerability, neglect, sing, oppression, guidance. First thing that comes out, I feel like this guidance isn't the fact that you didn't have guidance. This is more of you always had strong intuitive guidance, knowing. And I feel like the reason why is because, well, you did suffer from trauma. There was neglect, but not just neglect, where again, maybe an abusive parent or a sibling or someone that was supposed to show you love oppressed you. And that's we wouldn't allow you to just be yourself. Every time you were yourself, you were like knocked down. And so clearly you did not feel comfortable to be vulnerable. You weren't allowed to use your voice at all. So it's again, you were stripped of that support. You were stripped of that um identity, like your identity. You didn't feel comfortable to create yourself. However, your intuitive guidance is what kept you safe because I feel like you didn't feel safe. And so as a child, you had resilience because of what you had to endure. So you might have grown up with very angry parents or very abusive parents or one abusive parent. And then that karmic theme continued to play out. And so that even though you were oppressed, it didn't matter. Even though you were neglected, it didn't matter because spirit was guiding you. Again, like you had that guidance from the higher self. So again, but it taught you that you couldn't be vulnerable, like for your own safety in the home. Like if you were vulnerable, You were belittled. You were patronized. You were like neglected even more. You were punished for showing that. So you were taught not to show that. And you were taught to, again, like listen to your spirit because you had someone in the environment that did not make you feel safe. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So again, same type of energy. This person doesn't want to give you anything. They want to stay connected to you, but they don't want to give you anything. What is that? That's oppressing you. It's like, I want to take what I can take, but you're not allowed an identity. You're not allowed to feel loved. You're not allowed to have wants, desires, needs, opinions. In fact, your opinions are going to bother me. That was this person's energy. So again, you had to listen to your guidance and guides, and that's your higher self. And you said, this person's neglecting me. I'm back in that energy where I can't be vulnerable. What for? What's the whole point? And Spirit says, well, let's find out. Facing fears. Fear is an illusion. Don't let it hold you back. Confront the challenges. So having someone in your life that is emotionally manipulative, having to say, you know what, I'd rather be alone than to be connected to someone like you. Again, because this person wants to be in a one-sided relationship, and any time that you want it to be even, then they make it really difficult. They make it really hard. They play a lot of games so that they don't have to be. It's like, that's what they do. And then they create so many problems in the relationship. Of course, it's like you need boundaries. And then this person has the audacity to feel like there's too many rules, that they feel stifled, and then when they finally walk away, then they want the relationship. So it's Spirit saying, it's like confronting the challenges. This person was challenging to you, but it's challenging in the right of, listen, I have a right to have wants and desires, to standing up for yourself. And so, listen, we can't go back in time to the parent that oppressed us, that kept us down, but we can stand up to a person that we were connected to, and on an emotional level, we had a deep connection. I feel like you didn't really want to walk away from this person. This person made you walk away from them because of the way that they are, given nothing. Harmony within. Spirit says it was balance, the body, mind, and spirit. It's this connection was to help you integrate all facets of yourself, and that if you hold on to fear due to a past experience of a parent oppressing you, keeping your energy down, being extremely difficult, neglecting you, well, you got put back into the same exact karmic experience with this person, and Spirit wanted to see you handle it differently. And it did. You did, because you said nothing's going to affect my peace. Sacred space, creating and cleansing yourself. Again, that's really what it is. It's like you cleansed yourself with this situation. And I think it's again part of this just person is just part of your journey, part of your healing. It's just a stepping stone. It's just a stepping stone in your whole process, but to brighter horizons. That Spirit's saying is, now envision a future filled with potential and opportunities. Set your own genius. Now, remember, the genius part of self is the God part of self, that you can have whatever it is that you want. Why continue to be attached to someone that gives nothing? Why, again, will that continue to be your karmic theme in childhood? family neglected you. Now you get into a relationship. This person neglects you. Spirit says, if you don't neglect yourself, people won't neglect you. So Spirit's saying, again, envision your future filled with opportunities. So part of you, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, you say, I don't really know. I don't have a passion. I have a job, but I don't have a passion. I don't really feel fulfilled. Spirit says, you have to envision. You have to, if you don't know, you can't envision, rather. You have to envision, though, to manifest. So, Spirit's saying you need to find what you love. That means that there was too much time invested in this person. They felt comfortable to treat you the way that they treated you, even if it was for a day or a week. Spirit said they didn't have the right to toy. And that's really what they did. And Spirit's saying, but understand the karmic lesson for you was that you had to walk away because you had to learn the spiritual lesson. You had to let go of the habits and the core beliefs that were built, that created those habits and behaviorisms. You had to, again, drop them and break them from those experiences that you lived in childhood. That's why you formed them. But this isn't that. You have a choice of who you get to be with. You don't need to go back to someone that's going to neglect you. Spirit says it's time to again envision a better future for yourself. And if you can't do that, then Spirit says you have to find yourself. And that's by trying different things. It's like by feeding different things that you enjoy to do, things that you're passionate about. You have to start somewhere. And that's where you would start. And Spirit's saying, otherwise, you're expecting somebody to give you the emotional support and fulfillment that really you should be able to do for yourself. And because you're not going to do it for yourself, you're always going to get a person that comes up short. They're not always going to be this toxic. This person was toxic. It's like they wanted to have their cake and eat it too, and every single time that you wanted to have a difficult conversation about the connection, oh, well, then it's again, the games would start. And then it would settle down. Like you weren't allowed to like have an opinion. You weren't allowed, and you're like, I don't want this. It's like, but the old you that grew up in an environment that was similar to that had to become subservient. So we can see why Spirit would say, I need for you to see yourself differently. You need to embody a different consciousness so that you can clear and cleanse that energy so that you can actually envision a brighter future. But in order to envision the brighter future, as I said, it would be very helpful if you if you knew what you were passionate about, knew what you wanted to do. And it wouldn't be uncommon if you didn't know, because again, when you were supposed to be creating yourself, you needed the support. You didn't have it. So you were more concerned about your emotional well-being as a child than you were of your, like, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? It's like, and that's what happens when you're brought up with a parent that oppresses you. It's like your survival instincts tap in, and you're not in the creative mind, where Spirit says, now it's time again for you to get into the creative mind so that you can thrive. Again, there's many opportunities. It's again, when you step into that genius part of self. Goodness, Spirit says. It's all about you overcoming your imperfections, polishing your character, and feeding the positive. Free yourself. Allow your goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to yourself and others. See what Spirit's saying? Spirit's saying is like, again, like find your goodness, your passions. It's again, polish your character to become the the energy of unconditional love, to evolve into the energy of unconditional love. But you can only do that by becoming what you love. And and you have to find that, and you'll find your gifts, you'll find your goodness, you'll find that supernatural part of you, the divine part of you that has always been there. It's like, but you activate it more by stepping into the higher consciousness of unconditional love and all emotions that are derived from unconditional love. And Spirit says, then you're able to really give understanding and love to everybody, regardless of how they treated you. You won't have a problem forgiving. You wouldn't have a problem of letting go. But I feel like you attracted this person into your life because Spirit said you needed to forgive the parent that oppressed you, that didn't let you have your own identity, that oppressed you, that neglected you, but understand you do have gifts, the guidance, your intuitive self, the higher self. So it has always been here for you, has always led you. And that's part of your goodness. Now utilize your intuition not to survive, but to thrive by getting more into the creative energy, getting into, again, your goodness, so that you can, again, be the expression of love. That's how you will transcend the limitations of your own mind from the experiences that have already transpired. This person, unfortunately, they're never going to, they're not really looking to heal. They're not mature enough. But it doesn't matter, because new opportunities await you, Spirit is saying. All you need to do now is invest more into yourself and work a little bit more on yourself. That's what Spirit said. Again, use this as a stepping stone, and and create the new experiences that you need to create for yourself. I don't know where that card is, but I know that you know that that's what it is. That Spirit is saying it's all about you. If you're attracting someone like that into your life, you must have showed this person that. If you were busy creating more of yourself, doing more of what you love, that you're passionate about, that would have been a lot less time for this person, and they wouldn't have even played this game with you, because they'd say, well, you're not going to play. See, this person thought that you were going to play because you gave them time, where when you don't give someone time, they may try a little bit once or twice, but this person doesn't put any energy into anything. They were complete like breadcrumb. So, they wouldn't get anywhere. Someone's giving you the minute amount of energy. Are you going to entertain that, or are you going to do something that you're passionate about? Well, clearly you're going to do something that you're passionate about, that connects you to other like-minded people that are filling you up, giving you energy, making you feel good about yourself, showing you a different side of yourself. You're not going to stay in this energy. This person's an energy vampire, like I said. So they're looking for an easy host. But thank God you passed the spiritual lesson, and Spirit said it's all about you helping this situation, helping you to evolve, to help you see who you are and what you really are deserving of. And I had to bring someone into your life like this. I played a lot of games that kind of mirrored that childhood experiences that made you feel bad, because that was the experiences that were imprinted on your subconscious mind. But once they're cleared, then you can easily envision whatever it is that you want for yourself. All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave that there. You let me know how you resonated with this one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.